Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elsa. I am a clinical psychologist and a yoga teacher. And just now I finished watching The Substance. I know I'm right on time with that. And as a psychologist, and I guess as a woman in her 30s, I want to share my opinion, what I think about it. And first, I did not like the movie. I'm sorry, I did not. And also, I do not think it's a feminist revolution type of movie. I don't think it's like it has that much substance in it as people talk about. And yeah, I have very mixed feelings about it, to be honest. Starting from the fact that, obviously, there are going to be spoilers. Maybe not really, but I think you know what the substance is about, anyways. So, in the substance in the movie, there is a woman in her 50s, or like she's celebrating her 50th birthday, and she's a TV star. Her entire career is pretty much a fitness influencer, beautiful woman, helping other women to become more beautiful. And she's getting older. And in the first part of the movie, we see how men and the world is treating her worse and worse. And there is a like clear parallel that the world and the men in her industry are treating her worse and worse because she's getting older and less attractive. And so she's very unhappy about it. She's suffering, she's in crisis, and she gets an offer to create like a double, a substance, a person who's going to share the life with her. I That's the thing that I did not really understand about the movie. I thought that her mind is still in Sue in substance when they're switching, but apparently they're not. Apparently they are still different people, so it's more like a clone situation. That is the first part of the movie that I didn't like because if she was truly the same person, I think it would make much more sense and much more of a plot than just some random girl who just randomly takes life. And the fact that she's appearing on TV or other stuff is surprising for Elizabeth, for the main character. That's weird. I didn't like that. The movie itself is pretty gross. I hope you don't hear the train. The movie itself is pretty gross. Please do not watch it if you used to eat something while you're watching the movie. And honestly, the movie is so predictable. I didn't like it. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a hater, I guess, but I didn't like the movie. I don't think it's revolutionary. I don't think it's feminist. I don't think it's doing anything positive, to be honest. What I did like is how the men are portrayed, but also it feels like a very cheap feminist bet. Okay, like let's portray men as this unpleasant pigs. Let's do the close up on yellow teeth and on the creepy behavior. But apart from that, I don't know. It's just like with the how the movie was unraveling, it just seems very forced and very superficial and like very okay, so this has to be feminist, so then women are on our side. Because I didn't like the objectification of actresses, and I understand that the actress is so, I mean, the main character, the Elizabeth, the Matrix, she's so brainwashed to objectify herself, so she objectifies Sue as well. But this is so messed up, and there was no single second I actually enjoyed the movie at all. Like, why is Sue immediately competing with Elizabeth? Why is she immediately taking extra time from her? Why they're both so bitchy about it? If they're truly the same person, it just shows that doesn't matter how you look, the ugliness of your character is what's gonna show at first, because there is no really likable character in this movie. Maybe Elizabeth by the end, when she was trying to terminate Sue but changed her mind. But even then, like she's not likable. She's just having a glimpse of self-awareness, and because how um I don't know how empty the characters were the entire time, we feel like, oh, she's human, oh, let's sympathize to her. But no, I think that this movie actually does worse for feminism than better. I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong. I have my notes in Russian, even though I watched the movie in English, and I have to like translate everything in the moment. But I feel like this movie is doing bad job representing women, representing how women feel, because by the end of the day, it's like the only thing that brings you value, the only thing that brings you happiness, the only thing that makes you likable is how you look, is your appearance. That's what you're trying to say. Uh, this is what the characters believe in. I don't know. It's gross. The movie is gross, and yeah, it's we all are scared of getting old, unlikable, unwanted, but at the same time, what if there is any valuable message from this movie is this one: don't just rely on beauty of like of the face, of the body. It's fading with time, it's fading with the experience. But if you actually cultivate the beauty of your soul, if you actually cultivate a loving community around you, and not just people who's gonna praise you for how you look or for your career achievements, but will leave you alone in your huge house, right? Money don't buy you happiness. Looks don't buy you happiness, but it's the happiness within that actually matters. So it's like the movie would be way more valuable and like way more groundbreaking if, like if the woman in her 50s seeing how like the industry saying she's not valued anymore, if the woman starts therapy, finding her worth, finding her, I don't know, finding her voice, finding her strength, goes out in the world, and with the money that she saved from her career, she opens up a production company and doing some things from herself, or if she's realizing that, yes, there are different stages of life, and that stage of her life is gone, and it's okay, and let's grieve it in therapy, and then let's just move on to another stage of life, which can also be beautiful, because life in general is a gift. Instead of ruminating in times when you were young and everybody wanted you. Ugh, I don't know. I don't think this movie is helpful. I don't think this movie is for women. It's like is supporting women in any ways. I did not enjoy seeing too many close-ups of butt and boobs in my face. Like, why? I don't know. I think this movie is done actually for men and by men, even though the director claims to be a feminist, right? And like she's a feminist director, whatever. But when I was watching it, and I was watching it like just now, I felt like I am being told the message that women, as they getting older, are unhappy, that we will always compete with one another, and that unless you're pretty, you're worth nothing, and there is no other way around. And you will always be unhappy because you're not young anymore. And this is so ridiculous. This is so not true. And this is a very scary message to be translated by a movie that is supposed to be a feminist movie. I did not like it. And yes, obviously beauty is important. Obviously pretty privilege is a thing, is a phenomenon that is real, that is like working. But at the same time, maybe this movie can teach us that it's not everything. I don't know. If you find yourself struggling like Elizabeth in the movie, go to freaking therapy. Like literally go to therapy, find friends, find hobbies, understand that the time goes by, time will go by anyways. You might get older if you actually are lucky, but come on, it's just like, I don't know, I didn't like this movie. And also, another thing that I wrote down here is that comparison is a killer of joy. This is how you say it in English. Yeah, comparison is a killer of joy, right? Because this scene when she was trying to like get ready for a date and she actually looked good. And at first sight, she looked good, but then she went out, like she went to the window and she saw a huge commercial with Sue on it. She started comparing herself to Sue, and that ruined her entire evening. I think this is a very valuable message, that there will always be people who are prettier, younger, more successful, have more money, blah 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 blah, but uh, don't let these things diminish you and your value and your desires, because she, because Liz, Elizabeth, she doesn't feel her worth. She is lost without her appearance, and this is so sad. And yeah, I wish more women. I think more women than like. I mean, when I was now like just scrolling, looking at the reviews of the movie, right? Like what people are talking about. They're like, oh, this is the actual world. Women are living in it. But I don't believe it's true. Like women have so much more to give and have so much more value than just a pretty picture. And I think in my at least circle, women do understand that they are way more than their appearance. But this movie is trying to tell us that we as a collective only think like that. I don't know. This is just, ugh. I did not like the movie. I think Barbie had way more sense and way more message in it than this movie. I don't know. How many times did I say I don't know? It can be a drinking game, I think, by now. As a psychologist, I didn't like this movie. I feel like the crisis that was shown there is very real, like the loss of identity. It also highlights a big problem of putting your eggs in one basket, like only working on one part of your life or on one aspect of your life, instead of like growing a beautiful garden of different things that you can validate yourself from. um, Go to therapy. Like, if anything, this movie is a great commercial for therapy. If you feel like you're competing with other people, go to therapy. If you're at work that makes you feel unworthy, makes you feel unvaluable, diminishes your worth, go to therapy. Um, if you find yourself rotting on the couch watching TV, go to therapy. Thank you, Substance, for promoting therapy, promoting a sense that you are more than your body, you're more than your looks. I think I'm done. I'm happy I recorded this video. This video might not be super great. My words are blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I'm happy I did that. I watched the substance to record the review or some sort of review. I did that. I'm good. This is a sense of validation for myself that I did something nice. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you like the substance, please let me know what did you like about it. If you feel like this movie is actually pro women, please explain me why. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.